Okay, everyone, I'm out here and let's go start a fire now. So I'm cutting up some of the wood here and smaller pieces so I can get the fire going. It's better than rubbing two sticks together, I'll tell you that much. I never really rub two sticks together to make a fire, but hopefully I never have to, because I think that's going to be a pain in the butt. So. Good old hatchet. Good old hatchet. The thing about using hatchets is you don't want to get to the knots because they don't seem to want to cut that easy. That's a little stubborn one. There we go. Wear gloves and don't pound your hand. When I get to the end, I just kind of, remove your hand real quick. Freak out. Okay, anyways. So here's my pit. This is just a piece of plywood I put in there because the dogs, they just like to lick. Get their head in there and lick the inside here. And, next thing I know, they got an eyebrow or eyelashes and all that good stuff. So, excuse me if I haven't really cleaned the grill yet. Hold on, before I do that, you notice that it's rained, so I'm going to go ahead and just get the water out of there. If you want to see what the inside looks like on the inside, there you go. Anyways, that was a quick peek. Smells like bacon because that's what I was cooking last in here. A lot of bacon. Just cook it up and then put it in your refrigerator, and then you got a lot of bacon. Pre-cooked bacon. Just warm it up. Make some eggs and bacon. My favorite breakfast is 2 eggs of bacon. And man, just cook the egg up and slap 2 pieces of bacon on that plate. Microwave the bacon, of course, a little bit. I don't hate, but I really dislike, uncooked bacon that's been microwaved to be cooked. It's weird. So I like my bacon cooked by fire. That's best for me. So that's what it looks like on the inside there. I'm gonna scrub it out a little bit. It gets hot. You see the expanded metal moves and bends, but it cooks. That's a nice day to be barbecuing something or cooking something outside. Ain't that right? That's my dog. Ain't that right? Yeah. You know what I like about my dog? He never talks back. Oh, yeah. Scrub. No, my cooking area is just basically where the pans are. I put the fire all the way over here and under here. It goes down here and here. And you'll see this part right here. Ooh, I'll clean a little bit as well. It doesn't really do anything. Serves no real purpose. I don't really cook on it. That's where I put my baked potato kind of stuff. Anything that just need to be kind of wrapped in aluminum foil and then baked. I just leave it there. I haven't cleaned that in a long time. When I first made this grill, I sprayed a lot of it with canola oil. That really helps. And it took a while to get a different way of cooking this thing. You never really get back there. That's really deep anyway. If you look here, it's kind of flatter here and really warped there because that's where the fire was. If I knew I was going to do that when I originally did this, I wouldn't have put fire here or in the middle because it kind of warped it out. but that's all right. Expanded metal's not, you know, not expensive, but it's also not, you know, really cheap. But it's really cheaper than buying a grill. For $200 or $300, you know, the grills that you buy over at, you know, those big box stores and all that kind of stuff. I can make about 10 of these, maybe even more. Let me see. I'm sorry, not 10. Well, yeah, 10. I can probably make. I'm pretty crafty. I could probably make 10 of these, you know. So, anyways, as far as the grill, not the whole thing, the grill. I can cut up 10 expanded pieces of metal. Anyways, never mind. I don't want to get off track too much. Just trying to clean this out here so I can enjoy a good salmon. Requested by my wife, of course. You know, my wife is truly the boss of me. You know, I have no freedom whatsoever. I just completely do everything she tells me, you know. The cat litter needs to be taken out. Well, you know what? Guess who tells me to do that? Definitely not the cat. Okay, there we go. I think that's decent. Scrub it here. Anyways, wouldn't be a good barbecue cooking out here, or barbecue pit, if you didn't have any of those little dark marks and all that. All right, that looked good and kind of good. This is where the fun is. You gotta get one of these if you're gonna do any of this, or you could rub two sticks together. I mean, totally up to you. So let me just make sure that no other debris is truly alive on the grill. There we go. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just burn off anything here. Not everything, but most of everything that could be here. Yeah. So, I hope you're seeing all this here. Just gonna make sure it's, you know, anything that was there is pretty much burnt. The top part too. Ooh. Most of that is just ash. So again, I don't really use this part of the grill. I use it for the baked potato. So yeah, a lot of ashes up here starting to develop. That's what you see it burning. But this is not how I cook, obviously. I'm just making sure there's the stuff is anything on the grill is burnt off. You know, if you season this grill right at the beginning, it can last. Other than the warping part, you see here, right here, it warped and it's rusting. But if you look here, this is where the food goes. I mean, it still looks pretty good. Okay, well that's done. So I prep that. Put this up here. So, okay, basically, I'm just gonna stack these things up here. Such a way. I'm just gonna, you know, get some space here. There we go. Just give it some space. I just want to get it started so I can just start putting things in there. There we go. That should be good enough for the hatchet to be done with. Since it's raining out here, I don't want to leave it so it can get all, rusty. I'm probably going to be using this here. And then let's go get a good big block of wood. These burn really nice and slow, pretty long. If you're wondering what kind of wood I'm using, I surmise it's probably some kind of pine. I hear wood doesn't really make a difference in the way food tastes, and the way I cook it, I agree. I don't need the smoke. My fire is not gonna never touch my food. It's basically there to heat up this whole area and creates a convection kind of, because the air gets sucked in under, cold air or oxygen feeding into it gets sucked under, the heat goes up in and it creates this convection. And if you see the way it's kind of burned up here, you can see the rust because of the heat. It's kind of goes diagonal because the heat is literally getting sucked in, comes around this way, and creates a convection, apparently. And that's basically how I'm able to cook on this side of the grill, never touching a flame, and the food will cook. And this portion is I just shove wood in there, and it just creates heat. That's all I need it for. So, anyways, I put this, just shoved right under. Let's see here. There's a lot of nails down here because these pieces have nails in them. One day I'll probably clean it out, take it to the scrap metal. Alright. Okay, that's one. I probably just need two. Put this one up here. And that kind of helps. The big blocks of wood they don't really burn, they slowly burn. That kind of really helps maintain a temperature because, if you burn wood like this, they burn really fast. And you get a quick burst of heat, then it just goes away. So a combination of these two, I noticed, really maintains a good average heat here, which I have a thermometer here that helps me gauge all this. So, well, you'll see. You'll see. And I love cooking this way. There's something about it. Let's get it going. Okay, let's get it going. So this just ignites. It doesn't even make a flame anymore, but I keep it because it's kind of metalish. So. There we go. It may take a while because the wood's been in the rain here a little bit, so it's probably not dry. But I'm telling you, once it gets going, it really gets going here. it's already going. There we go. Getting some fire. Good. Excellent. Oh. Just keep it there until it really gets going. Make sure it's really caught on fire here. Okay. Alright, it's caught on fire. So I'll just let it go and burn on its own, and have it do its thing. So see the water steaming off on the top here. So that's done. I no longer need this. I'll just simply put this away now. Oh, okay. Built this playhouse for my daughter, and she barely plays in it. If anything, she goes top of the roof. That's why I got these boards down here leading up to the electrical box, which I don't, keep telling her it's not safe, but then again, if it wasn't safe, what the hell is it doing in my backyard? I'm fortunate enough to get one of these in my backyard. Every other neighbor's backyard, some don't have anything. Some will have telephone box. I have an electrical box. Hums. At least when I know it hums, I'm getting electricity. But my daughter just loves to get on it and then jump onto my roof, or jump onto this roof and just sit on top of the roof and look around. Oh boy, you can see that fire really get going now. It's good. So now I can close this cover so let the heat stay in there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So I got a thermometer here, a gauge. When people throw away their barbecue pits, they got the gauges on them. So I would just ask them if I could just take it. I need spare parts. They say yeah, because they're just going to throw it away. So this is one of my first ones. It really helps. And I got some other gauges which I want to put, whenever I get a chance, I'll put it in several areas, because I want to get an idea of what the temperature range is up here. I'm sure it's different versus being very close to this fire and being away and just getting that, radiant heat coming through. So let me clean that off here. Okay, it's a little dirty little in here. Let me just clean it off here. Got a little sponge. I'll just use that to clean that off here. There we go. There. Now we got a good viewable gauge. So it's already at 150 degrees. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. If you want to see what my compost looks like, here you go. Compost. boy, there's a lot of bugs on there. So we just throw our eggshells or fruits and vegetables, grass clippings, anything basically bio-organic. Just throw it in there. Every now and then I'll turn it over and throw more stuff in there. What I've noticed is since we've been doing this, there's no stink to it. It doesn't smell any whatsoever. But I noticed we're having less bugs in the house because they're coming over here instead of in there. All the fire ants are attracted to electricity anyway, so they migrate toward this box. So we just put the food right next to it, and hopefully that'll keep them over here and not going into our house or sporadic around the backyard. So there are some benefits of that. I don't think you can ever really get rid of bugs. I'm sure one day they're gonna take over the world. All right. So looks like it's going. Oh yeah, it's going. And you notice it's not a lot of smoke, which is good. I was a little worried that it might have been a little too wet. What I'm doing is once it gets going, I just shove it in a little bit more. Hopefully I'm not going to destroy the fire here. There we go. Just gonna push it in. Okay, excellent. And let's throw some more top of it. Just get it going. What I want is I want it to get to 300, 350, 400 in that range. That's going to be cooking, basically on bacon. I'm baking outside for the most part. There we go. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to get at, that temperature range, and kind of preheats this pit. It's my little poking stick. I'll preheat the stick. Preheat the pit to a point where it can maintain a fire without exerting a lot of energy. It gets to a point where I notice that the fire isn't that big. It's kind of sometimes small as that, and it stays at 350. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve here. This is just scrap metal. Better than buying a new plate. It's rusted, and you can get it at any steel supply companies. I'm sure they have scrap plate. They sell cheaper than if you bought them, brand new. And basically, I spent some time wire brushing it and getting all the rust off. Didn't matter to me because it's going to be outside anyway. And then I oiled it as much as I could, or patinaed it, kind of like here. It's been patinaed, and the smoke hasn't really touched here, so that's still the way it looks here on the corner. Right here on the corner, basically took some canola oil, and used it on the plate here, and it holds up pretty good. Just in the areas where it gets heat, where it burned off that oil, you can see it's rusting. But other than that, without the direct heat, it holds up pretty good. So that's what I did. And these are basically the pallets. They're already cut out that way. I didn't cut them out, and I just screwed them in with metal screws. So just something, a handle I could hold on to or push the top portion of my pit. Same thing with these. So we're almost getting there. Almost getting to, it's at 250. Maybe I need to throw some more firewood in there. Anyways, these are, you can see the bottom part here. You can see the bottom part of the blocks here, the top part. It's already catching on fire. It gets so hot, it kind of, the blocks tend to catch on fire from the top and then slowly works its way down. The fire, burns it. It starts on top and then slowly burns down. And that's kind of what I was talking about when it, helps maintain a heat in the pit. So maybe I need to throw just a little bit more here. I should have cut this, but it's alright. Can I just go ahead and just throw that thing in there? Yeah, it's nice and getting nice and hot. I can feel the heat from here. So as soon as that reaches about 300 is when I'll start putting the salmon in there, put it skin side down, and on this side, never really touching any flames, getting that radiant heat, that convection going on, really starts cooking it good. And I would say about, I want to say half an hour, but it could be 15 minutes. Anyways, I'll check it. It gets really, the salmon gets kind of flaky, and that's when I know it's done. I'll poke at it. So, anyways, it's all wet out here. Get rid of all the water. Okay. Sit down here for a little bit. Without getting my butt wet. So it's pretty close. It's getting to 300. And if you look, it wasn't very smoky. Most of the time when I start my barbecue pit, it doesn't have a lot of smoke to it. Because I'm trying to get it to a higher temperature. So if I was cooking a brisket, which I've cooked brisket like five times I think, and I usually start at night and then stay up all night into the morning, but that one I usually keep around 200 to 250, but even then it doesn't get that smoky. In the beginning it does, but after a while it tends to not be so bad. But 10 hours cooking, that's a lot of wood to feed into it. But yeah, end result is, man, just great brisket. Jeez, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. I mean, it's a lot of meat, and it takes me about a week to eat all that with me and my family. But we eat it with rice, we eat it with sandwich, got a barbecue sauce on it. What else? Oh, I make a soup dish out of it. Really good. Wow. So a lot of things you can do with it. Once you put it in the refrigerator, I mean, geez. And I have a little food slicer. Just slice it up, and eat a piece, just pull it out, and food already prepped. So we're getting above 300 degrees in temperature here, so I'll start. Let's pull out that salmon. It's only marinated a little bit, but that's all it needs. So let's get going. Okay. The dog can stay outside. Alright, I got a little towel here, so I come back inside and outside. I'll track a lot of dirt and mud and all that wonderful stuff. I might even take off, no, I won't take off my shoes. I'm just gonna stay in the kitchen. It's got no linoleum, no vinyl floor. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. Watch out. Okay. Alright, let's grab this. Alright, I probably need some cooking utensils here. Always need one of these when you start cooking with the barbecue pit here. Alright. Okay. Let's see how it looks here. This thing's been marinating for a while. Yeah. Just floating in there, so it's kind of good. It's marinated very well. Just wanted to check it. Cover back on to make sure it's good. And there you go. You can see the fire going here. It's going good. Let's put the tail in there. Okay. Let me see, where do I want the tail? I'll put the tail right in there. Okay. Oh. Looks like I don't have that many pieces here, so that's alright. I guess I should put them over the pan, actually. So I gotta rearrange this. There we go. Put them over the pan. Okay. We got some leftover. Excellent. Okay. So we got leftover marinade here, which I'll leave right here next to the fire here. Keep it there. Whoa. Okay. So there we go. Ooh, I can feel that heat from here. This is supposedly Pyrex, and I leave it here to kind of keep the marinade a little warm, but I don't want it to be too close, because last time I did that, too close to the fire, it broke on me. I think it was it said Pyrex, but it seemed like a little imitation Pyrex. So I'll keep it here. It's warm right now, so it does will warm up the marinade, and we'll give it 300 degrees. Excellent. Got a little timer here for it. Let's see here. Half an hour. Alright. Half an hour started. Okay. So I don't know if it is half an hour, but I'll check on it in 15 minutes or so. After that, maybe in the first maybe 5 minutes, I'll check on it. Pour a little bit of the marinade on top of the salmon, and then 5 minutes over. After maybe 10 minutes after that, I'll check on again, put some marinade on the salmon again. Just basically mopping it. So you can see the lower blocks over there starting to catch on fire. Again, they catch on fire from the top going down, and now they Now the wood I put in there basically turned into coals. And pretty much it'll maintain a temperature, I'm hoping about 350. So the gauge is, is about there. So that's it. There we go. After that, I never really move the food or remove the salmon. Don't even. I do open it just to mop it, but other than that, that's all it does. So let's give it some time here. So let's. Okay. So I'm gonna just go ahead and. Just gonna go ahead and leave you here, and you'll have to see the rest on the next episode here. Hope you enjoyed it, but tune in for the next one, which for me will be about 5 minutes. For you, who knows? Anyways, subscribe, that way you'll have a chance to see it, and thanks for watching. Bye.